guys, so this is a tutorial featuring the same braided technique that I've been using for my last two tutorials. I've done a back to school hairstyle and I've done a formal elegant upstyle. This one is going to be probably a back to school or an everyday hairstyle using that same braided technique. So for this you are going to be parting the hair just below the ears all the way across, and with the remaining hair you want to tie into a ponytail. So now that you have sectioned off a clean line going from the centre of the head to the back of the ear, and you tie the remaining hair into a second ponytail, you want to start on the braid. So it's the exact same technique as before. Start at the front, take a small section, going in diagonal ways. As you do this more, you will eventually speed up. So once you reach the end, you want to temporarily secure with an elastic because you'll be coming back to this later on. So you want to release the top section of hair, take your comb again, and we'll say to the right of the eyebrow and all the way back, let's say. I'm going to try and get a nice line as possible, and this is going to be your new section of hair. You want to tie this back up and you want to do the exact same braid for the second section of hair. So for the second section of hair you want to start at the furthest point of the diagonal section of hair. You don't want to start with the section of hair closest to the last braid, you want to start with the furthest away one. So again, the exact same. And this time we're not going to be braiding along the hairline, we're going to be going back in a diagonal like this. So just be sure to readjust the hair as you move. It's the exact same the whole way through. I'm not going to show you guys every braided section because that would take forever, so I'm going to speed up until the last. So I have just finished my 5th braid. I'm not going to lie, there's no point me saying that it takes 5 minutes. It took me about 15 minutes to section off and braid each of these 5 sections, and I've just secured each of them with an elastic at the bottom. So at this point all the hard work is done, and there are so many possibilities and variations. For a hairstyle like this you could put all the hair together and do another one of these braids going into a ponytail. You could continue on the sections here and maybe get in 2 or 3 more braids depending on the thickness. My original thought was to pull it up into a high ponytail like this and sort of pin it in place, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I've released all the braids and I'm holding them pretty securely, and I'm going to sort of direct the hair from here. We can always put some bobby pins up here to cover the division line up, that's not going to be a problem. So you want to sort of incorporate all of the braids into this ponytail, keeping it as tight as possible because they will start to unravel. And you can use an elastic or bobbin hair tie, whatever you want to call it, from wherever you're from around the world. And because there's so much detail going on in the crown section of hair, I'm just going to leave the ponytail as it is. And this ponytail is pretty short anyway, but if you have long hair you could definitely do a million different things. So to hide the elastic you want to take the longest strand of hair. Now you could do a slip knot braid in this section of hair and wrap it around, or you could do a slip knot braid, the same one all the way along the ponytail, but I think that's too much for my liking, so I am just going to wrap this section of hair around the bobbin, find an opening in the back of the bobbin, pull the elastic and put the strands. That's the hairstyle from the side. To me this hairstyle is pretty out there, and if you want to be daring or want to go for an edgy look I would definitely give this a try. I mean, it's gorgeous, it's definitely unique, people are going to be asking you how you have done it and you're going to get a ton of compliments. So the other option that you could do for this hairstyle, instead of having a ponytail, You could do a cinnamon bun, which you simply twist around, which would work for short hair. You pin it in place. That's pretty simple. You could do the sort of ballerina bun. Get your strands, pin it in place, do that the same, and you're going to get a bun. Or you could simply twist this ponytail to either side. I'd probably go in the direction of the ponytail, or sorry, of the braids. So I'd pin it over to the left hand side. So this is the finished look in more detail. On the top, it really is unique, and people really will be asking you how you have achieved this look. So if you want to be daring, try it out. It's a nice little ponytail. I probably wouldn't do it into the ends, nothing like curling it. And that is from the other side. Again, if the line of hair sort of there is a problem for you, bobby pin it, no problem. But that is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time.